Topic 2. Does God exist?
All right, you might be thinking, hey Ian, why does that matter? Especially to dreams, why does that matter? I'm glad you asked. Play along with me just for a minute. If you believe in God, do you believe He speaks? Well, of course. Do you know the first recorded words in the Bible, the first documented historical words that we would consider accurate in the Bible says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And then it says, and God said, let there be light. So the first known action that we have of God written, as He's, for those that believe, creating the earth, was that He spoke. So then the real question is, does He want to speak to you, to us? Think with me. In a given day, there are 3 8-hour blocks of time. All right? 8 for work, 8 for play, 8 for sleep. I mean, obviously, in today's world, it doesn't play out perfect like that. Now, if someone lives, let's say, even just 60 years of their life, that means that that person slept for 20 years. 20 years. So here's the question. If God speaks, what do you think He said to that person over 20 years? Possibly a lot. You know, one thing that most of the population, scientists, psychologists, spiritualists alike, can agree on is that sleeping is the one time our soul is truly at rest, and that if there was an outside source, we could actually truly be listening during that time. Now, you might be surprised, but one of the earliest documented dreams is in the book of Genesis, in chapter 20, verses 1 through 8. And it actually might surprise you who had the dream. It was not a God-fearing man. It was actually a king, and it was not a God-fearing king. It was a pagan king. Let me read you the passage.
Okay, so Genesis chapter 20 says, from there Abraham journeyed toward the territory of the Negev, and lived between Kadesh and Shur, and he sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, behold, you are a dead man because of the woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife. Now Abimelech had not approached her, so he said, Lord, will you kill an innocent people? Did he not himself say to me, she is my sister? And she herself said, he is my brother? In the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands I have done this. Then God said to him in the dream, yes, I know that you have done this in the integrity of your heart, and it was I who kept you from sinning against me. Therefore I did not let you touch her. Now then, return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, so that he will pray for you, and you shall live. For if you do not return her, know that you shall surely die, you and all who are yours.
Pretty interesting, huh? So here we have a dream, God speaking to someone who doesn't know Him, to protect him from doing something wrong against his people, and to give direction back to Abraham, who never should have had the fear in the first place. Pretty interesting. So here's your first exercise for this class. I want you to try to think back on the very first dream you can remember that you ever had. And I want you to think back, how many years or how long ago was that? All right? And record it. And then the second thing, and write it down in color and everything, if you can try to remember all of the details of the dream the best you can. And then I want you to also remember the emotion you felt when you woke up. What were you feeling? What were you sensing when you woke up?